Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am Destiny. I'm so excited to have you guys here again today for just another Taste of the Harvest Homestyle. Today, we are so excited to pumpkin paint with you. So I have my pumpkin right here. I saw some of you guys yesterday at the THEARC to pick up your pumpkins and your paint kits. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We are so excited to be painting with one of our partners, Project Create, and we're going to have Miss Anais paint with us, lead us through a paint demonstration. But before we get into this, of course, we have to give a special thank you to the Kresge Foundation. We have been so thankful for the Kresge Foundation. They've been helping to support Taste of the Harvest Homestyle. Just because we haven't been able to bring Taste of the Harvest to you in person, we've been bringing it to you virtually for the last few weeks. So again, I have my pumpkin. I hope that you have yours. I know a lot of you all were with your family members picking them up at the ARC yesterday. So we're just about to get into it. So I'm going to bring Miss Anais on so she can introduce herself. She's super excited. All right, there's Miss Anais. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? Yes, I'm super excited. My name is Anais. I work for Project Create. Project Create is a nonprofit organization that offers art classes, art groups, art therapy to support youth and families and a little bit of everything in the city in Washington, D.C. And so we are so happy to be here and thankful to be able to partner with you. So I can't wait to start.
All right, I'm going to leave you to it, Miss Anais. See you guys later. Can't wait to see what you all paint. While you all are painting, make sure you capture your experience and tag at DC Fridge Park on social media and at Project Create. And we'll put that in the chat so you guys can remember. All right, see you all later.
I can't wait to see your pumpkins. So the first thing that I'm going to suggest you do is get your pumpkin. You'll need your pumpkin. You'll need your brush. You'll need your paints. If you have a paper plate or something where you can put your paints on, that would be helpful. Make sure that you're in a comfortable place, a place where you can get messy and paint on and not have to worry too much about it. The first thing I like to do with the pumpkins is to clean it. So get a paper towel or something that you can use to clean your pumpkin. So that's the first thing that I'm going to suggest you do. Just start exploring all the details of the pumpkin by just giving it a little bath. Clean it. That way, nothing interrupts your art process. Yeah, I can have some dirt on it. Take all of it off. Okay. Just a quick clean. Great. So while that dries, I want to give you some ideas, okay? Hopefully you're doing this with your family members or like really inspired. We want to see all types of ideas here. So let's see. All right, so pumpkin painting, we tend to associate pumpkins, and painting them with jack-o'-lanterns and things related to Halloween, but it doesn't have to be Halloweenish. You can make little designs that are more like fall colors or different designs that that you like, you know, personalize it. I will be showing you how to do some of these techniques, but I want this to be maybe your own like personal experience and for you to get inspired on what you really want to do, right? It's okay if it's not perfect, you know, this is your pumpkin, make it your own, personalize it the way that you want. So this is a simple technique, right? You have the color, you use the color of the pumpkin that is a very beautiful, rich orange, and then you use white to make designs on it. This is another technique. Here, the person painted the white color, the pumpkin that she painted, or he painted it white, and then used dripping on the pumpkin. Okay, so they mixed the colors that they really liked or they preferred, and then after the white is a bit dry, they dripped it to give it that cool technique, that cool look. This is another option, right? You can make it M&Ms. You can make it look like a donut. Any flavor that you like. So here, for example, again, you paint the base first, and then you put the little details on it. So you paint the half of the pumpkin, and then you make the design. You can make emojis, and this is really cool because maybe you can add one expression, one emoji in one side, and then paint the other side with another emoji, right? So it could depend on your mood of the day, for example. And you can change it and look at it. You can just decorate it with colors, right? You might have a selected amount of colors now, but you can mix them and create these beautiful colors to make a sweet design on your pumpkin. Can be very attractive to have inside of your home or outside somewhere. Here, I feel like I like this because they explored with patterns and designs, some letters. And again, it doesn't have to be too Halloweenish if you don't want to. It could be just, you know, designs. Here they made moons and stars. Here too. Okay, so if you don't want to explore too much and want to just, you know, decorate some designs, that looks really cool too. You can also, again, paint it white, the base white, and then make little circles on it. You can make it a world, write something on it. And then you can definitely make it very Halloweenish, right? Make it as part of your Halloween decorations. So here they're little ghosts that look like jack-o'-lanterns. And so we don't have to carve it, which tends to be pretty hard. We can just paint them with different expressions that you like. There's another version, right, of the Day of the Dead. Here they used stickers. You can add whatever you have, but today we're going to paint. Frankenstein, a little bit more elaborate, right? More detailed. But if you notice, it's a simple design, right? You just paint the top in black and then the bottom in green and make the facial expression. And this one, I think it's pretty cool. You paint the whole pumpkin in black and then make little designs in white. So that's the first step. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, or that I suggest, is to paint the whole pumpkin with one color, okay, to make the base. If you want to do one color, as I said, you can start with, or you can just use the color of the pumpkin. It's a beautiful orange color. You can do that. Or you can make a base. Okay, so I'm going to start. Again, it's helpful to have paper towel in hand. Have a brush. It could be thin or thick. It's fine. And start thinking about if you got inspired by any of those images that I added. I am going to give some examples. So the first thing that I'm going to show is the example of the simple design on top of the pumpkin. So let's do this. Okay, so this one, for example, right? That's the first one I'm going to show. But feel free to make it your own. Put some music at home. I would love to meet you and have conversations. The best type of paint to use is acrylic paint. Acrylic paint so that it doesn't get damaged with the weather or water, rain, if you have it outside. Let me just answer here, acrylic. The most recommended one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go by sections and show you different styles, different ways of doing this, okay? So the first one had little leaves, for example. I started with white paint. Just added leaves. And it had, so you can do leaves, you can do flowers. Be yourself. Make it your own. To make one leaf, and then make the little stem and go again. Another leaf and another stem like this. Okay. Another leaf. And I'll show you the pictures again. Maybe you weren't sure what you wanted to do. Maybe you want to see them again to get more inspiration. So this would be a simple style, right? To just decorate it with little leaves like that. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. So that's kind of what I was showing. Okay. Next, I want to offer this technique, for example, right? So here, it's a very simple one. Here is very similar to the ones that had a ghost, right? Where you have the option of, let me show you quickly here, painting the whole pumpkin in white and putting the expression, right? So you can do that. You can do the emoji and you can do the jack-o'-lantern that way, right? So if you did that, the first thing that I would recommend is that you choose the color that you want to use. For the emojis, I would use white. I mean, yellow. Okay, I have yellow. And cover the area. Okay. Let's see. Covering that space. Yellow. If you want a thicker yellow, you can do a couple of layers. I'm watching the chat if you have any questions. If you request to see a specific image that I showed, I can show it and also show you how to make that specific one. So I painted this little side in yellow. I need to wait for it to dry a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to clean my brush with water and your paper towel. And I'm going to paint the other area, another area in white. While the yellow one dries. So you get to see that. Okay. So here I'm covering all the little details, the whole space in white. Okay. So here I covered the area. And if you chose this, you would probably cover the whole area too, actually the whole pumpkin. Okay. Okay. Right here, a little bit more heat. Another option that we saw as that dries was the one with the flowers that was blue. I really like that one. So I'm going to show it. Okay. You can almost hide behind this pumpkin, so big. Okay, so the one with the flower had blue on it. And I put a little bit of green because it was a greenish blue. Mm-hmm. I wonder if you celebrate Halloween, what are you going to be dressed like for? Or are you going to be dressed of a superhero or something funny? I would like to hear about that if you want to add it in the chat. But if you're painting, it's hard to chat. I get that. Okay. So here's the blue. Here's the blue. And I'm just covering that area. So if you already chose your design, you might already have finished painting your whole space, your whole pumpkin. Okay. Let's see. All right. So here are 3 base colors that I'm choosing, right? first I did the leaves. You can add little dots to it. It looked really cute from that picture. There's so many different designs online that I encourage you to look at if you don't finish this today, or if you're not sure, you want to see other options. But we want to little dots, okay? I wanted to show you different ideas. So, okay, so here is the three colors. Here are the three colors that I chose, right? So the next step will be, it needs to be dry a little bit, not too much. It doesn't have to be completely dried. But then we use black if we want to do the emoji. Black and red. Okay, here is the ghost one that we were showing. That's the blue area, the blue pumpkin that I was suggesting, that I added the base for. And here's the emoji. Okay, so for the emoji, I'm having a yellow base and also including the face with a different color. Okay, so it's black and red. This is what I was talking about. Black and red, and then yellow. Okay. So now I use black. Your brush needs to be very clean. So it doesn't mix with the rest of the colors. And then I'm gonna make the smile in black. Okay. Here's a smile. Okay. And then I clean my brush, or I use a different one. And I use red. And in my case, I'm going to use half of the heart. Here I want to make the impression of the emoji, but if you wanted to, you can finish the heart right? And actually create the face. Okay. So that would be the technique for the emoji. And again, I suggest that you create, let's say if you were going to do the emoji, you can paint one face in one side, another face in the other. And I would say you could even do 3 faces and change it the way that you want. Okay, for the ghost, for example, you can you already have your white background. Okay. And it's a similar idea of the emoji that you make an expression. Okay. So I am going to finish my heart, but this time it's going to be like for the ghost. I'm using brown, but it could be any color. It could be blue, black. Okay. But here, because it's a ghost, I'm not going to make it a smile. I'm going to make it like shocked, like this. So I'm going to put the circle like a shocked pumpkin. Let me see it from my side. Okay, so I made the mouth. A shocked mouth like that. Okay, and then we have the eye. Like that. Okay. Oops. There you go. So here you get the idea that if I chose to make the ghost, I would paint the whole thing in white and then make a face with brown color or blue color or dark color. Could be black too. And then the eye, 2 eyes in the mouth, but the mouth would be like a circular mouth like this. Okay. Next, let me know which one you're choosing. If you're doing this, like choosing these recommendations or ideas at all, or what you're actually creating. So I'm gonna make my smile bigger here. So here, as you see, would be part of one emoji. I'm just showing you how to do that. Okay. For the beautiful flowers, I'm gonna show you how to make that one. I want to show in the screen. That one, right? I'm making it a little darker, but that's kind of the idea. What I love about flowers is that no flower is perfect or the same. So they don't have to be perfect, okay? You don't have to look like anything specific, only flowers. So let's try that. I already painted the background. And I'm using you as a mirror because unfortunately I don't see you, but I'm like trying to paint so that you can see what I'm doing. So here, I'm going to start with the pink. And a good idea is to, you see my palette? I am using a little bit of the red paint and a little bit of the white paint. And I'm not mixing it too much, so it creates that petal effect. So if you don't mix it too much, it'll have a texture. So let me see if you see me. Okay, here. Hopefully like that. Okay, and then you just make little strokes like that. And try these other strokes like this. Get more paint. And some more. Okay. So it's just strokes that create a little flower. Okay. Make it your own. Mixing them together here. A little bit. Making a little flower shape like. Okay, I see that Hira's daughter is gonna do the emojis one. That's a cool idea. Maybe you can change it depending on your mood. You just mix the colors a little bit, make it look like a little flower. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. I'm adding some little yellow details here. Okay. You might want to wait for a little bit so it dries, and then you make the second layer of color. That's fine too. Okay, and then you can do another flower over here. I'm gonna make this flower darker. Okay. Again, there's no perfect flower. They're still beautiful each time. Maybe you have a special message that you want to share in your pumpkin. You can write that down too in your pumpkin. Maybe the purpose is simply to find beauty in these difficult times. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here I am adding some details to this new flower. With yellow. Mm-hmm. And here, for example, it mixed a little bit with the blue. That is very normal. You can mix a little with the background. I say don't get discouraged by that at all. Just do another layer, okay? Make another layer here. Of the color that you actually want. And I like how the colors mix. Take advantage of that, right? Use different colors to make the petals. I'm putting a little bit more red on all of them. So I'm just mixing the colors like this. And here too. So it's about gently mixing the colors so that you see the strokes and create little petals for your flower. And the yellow makes it really neat. Okay. You can also put little dots. I think you see all the little strokes and colors. So here it's mixed like that. You can give it contrast by making more strokes like this. Okay. And then you can have some green. If you have yellow and blue, you can make green. You have some leaves. Okay. So if your background is blue, I would use more green than blue so that we can see it, notice it. But here's what we do. We make leaves like that. Boop. And this makes a garden look. Mm-hmm. Put more leaves over here on the top. So here, you see for the leaves to stand out, I put a little bit more yellow, right? That way we see contrast. We get some contrast. Okay. There you go. Okay, so every pumpkin will look different. Every flower will look different. And that is wonderful because we are all different, and that's beautiful. Okay, so that would be this style, right? A good idea is to paint the top, right? You can paint the top side of the pumpkin. Maybe I think I want it blue. No, goldenish, like in the picture. So any yellow that you might have, or orange, you can use that to paint the upper area right here. It looks more dressed up. The next style that I'm going to show takes a lot of patience. And if you need to relax and calm down, it's actually a pretty helpful exercise. So the next one would be didn't realize that I was still sharing, sorry. So I painted the top, okay. So these styles are very simple. See, little designs like that. You can do those designs, or you can try this, which is my next option. We're almost over with time. Time goes fast when we are having fun. So the other option will be to use black. Okay, we use black for the base color. I hope all these styles are helpful. I hope you get inspired and feel good about trying different options for painting your pumpkin. Okay, so let's say you have black background. Okay. In theory, you would let it dry, but with the interest of time, I'm going to show you what the exercise, the calming exercise is like. So basically, it's to make patterns. So you make sure that you have a contrasting color, right? And you start doing patterns here, okay? So you start with one line, and then, okay, like that. Do the next line, similar to the last one. And you have to focus a lot. You have to be very calm and in control of your brush. Okay. Until you finish that area of the pumpkin. Okay, see? And then the next step would be to do another pattern right next to that, okay? So let's see if you can see this better. Okay. There you go. Okay, so you did this pattern. You can do another layer after. And then you carefully, so the lines look nice. You carefully start another pattern. For example, here. So here I'm doing little rainbow style patterns. I need a very thin brush. And you carefully use your concentration to do the next repeated pattern. Repeated patterns tend to calm us, make us feel calm and safe and comfortable, and we don't have to think too much. There you go. And then we do the next one. A lot of concentration. That way you don't concentrate too much on what's not going great in your life or what worries you. Okay. So that comes to the end of our time. We tried this pattern technique. Okay. That could be like spider web. We tried emoji technique, which is yellow, and then the expression on top. We tried the ghost. It could be any color on top of it. I used light brown. We tried the flowers. Okay. And we tried the leaves. It could be really cool to have the whole thing covered with leaves. You can write a message. You can just be yourself, do what you really like. If you like a sports team, I would love to see pictures of what you make. So please use the tagging option, right? And hopefully I get to see what you make.
Thank you so much, Anais. This was so much fun. You guys can't see me because my pumpkin is covering my light, but I made an emoji.
Oh, cool. Look at that tongue.
I also made the flowers with you.
Oh, good. Nice. You can make stars and moons. I mean, there's so many options, and I would love to see what you made.
Yes. Everybody, thank you all so much for tuning in today. We're so happy that you were able to join us. If you want to share look, I got paint on myself. If you'd like to share your amazing pumpkins, please tag us at DC Bridge Park and at Project Create DC. We would love to see all the things that you've made. Thank you so much again for joining in to our Taste of the Harvest Homestyle. We're so happy that you were with us today. We hope that you will continue to join us. Like I said, follow us on social media. Follow Project Create as well. That's where Miss Anais is from. So trying to think of other things to let you all know before we let you all go. I don't want to go. You guys have been so great with us. You definitely can join us again for our last Taste of the Harvest Homestyle. Next week, we're going to be with John Johnson doing some food stories and playback theater. So you won't want to miss it. Tune in next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be so happy to have you guys. Again, special thank you to the Kresge Foundation for helping for supporting this event. And we hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you.
Take care. Pleasure to be with you.